This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
Okay, so last week, Now this is the second episode of 2021, and we made a promise to you at the end of 2020. It was New Year, New Grease, and we lied. I snuck in some old grease there at the last second. I pulled a sneaky on you.
We got greasy. We greased it in.
It was so greasy, it was easy. It slid in, so it was effortless.
Yep.
But this is the one where we got New Year, New Grease. All right?
Yeah. New Year, New Grease.
New Year, New Grease. And just like last episode, I promised I was going to open up that sex drawer. Let's just get into it.
Yeah.
This is going to be, I'm making no promises.
Yeah.
This is going to be an episode of a podcast, and I'm Sam.
And I'm Nate.
What we normally do is we take headlines, we read the headlines, we do not read the articles because the facts just get in the way.
They do.
At the end of the episode, we play one card. We play a card, and then we get to read one of them. Usually try to figure out which one's not a bummer. You almost always lose. If you want to send us headlines, and you can do that at Royal WeCast on Twitter or royalwecast@gmail.com. You can also join us live, twitch.tv/Royal WeCast. Let's get into it. Yeah. Open up this sexy goo drawer. Oh, sticky. Oh, okay. This has got goof grease written all over it, man.
All right.
Okay. Now, I don't know really any part of this. Rolling Stone brings to light new sexual orifice during pandemic. The Nussy, or Nussy. I don't know how to say it. Nussy.
Nussy.
So there's a new sexual orifice called the Nussy. Nussy.
What?
But
wait, Rolling Stone like the band?
Exactly.
What? Let's go back to.
No, it doesn't say the Rolling Stones, because that's the band.
But it could be a member of the Rolling Stones who would be referred to as a Rolling Stone.
It says, who would be referred to as Rolling Stone, which I don't know that they are. And if they are, what a convoluted way to do. And if that's they put their stamp on this.
Yeah.
Rolling Stone. I'm gonna say it again. Rolling Stone brings to light.
Right. No office. No office. Right.
I know everyone's at home because this pandemic.
Everyone's at home lonely, right?
But let me tell you, I got a new office.
I got a new office for you. No office.
My accent's awful. I don't know. I just talk like I have soup in my mouth. No office.
Trying to hold it in. It kind of works.
What could the Nussy be? I think maybe the nose. Are people fucking noses?
With what? This is all building up to something.
Now the Nussy.
Wait. Nussy. A knuckle pussy?
It's not KN.
Oh, well, I can't see it. I'm not.
I spelled it for you. Nussy. Knuckle pussy.
That's some gangster ass.
Now why I order? I'm gonna give you a fucking knuckle pussy.
That's a fucking rough ass way to have it.
Now, if it's a sexual orifice, I would imagine both parties get some enjoyment out of it. So I'm gonna say it's not the nose.
Yeah, because whatever. And how are you getting anything in a nose?
No, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say something kind of weird and blue.
Sure. I mean,
so I'm in a relationship with a Taiwanese girl, and I've always struggled with this. So like, English is her second language. What do girls in English refer to their bits as? Do they call it their pussy? Because like, there's so many words for in English for your dick, right? Your dick, your penis, your crank,
donker,
your Johnson, your like your schlong, all kinds of stuff. But what do girls refer to their own stuff as? Because
I've heard it referred to as a bird.
Bird. I would think the dick is the bird.
Me too. That was my argument. The first time I ever heard that come out of a woman's mouth, and I was like, "No, that's what you call a dick." And she's like, "No,
not me.
Not me.
I got a bird.
This is my bird.
My bird."
And I've heard. I don't know. I guess
listen, right in, friends of the show.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
Yeah, that's true. I've not heard too many. It's all about the same. Let me see, bird.
Because I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people referring to their own shit. So like, I just assume. I don't know if you speak English as a second language, I'm just gonna tell you whatever I think. I think it's pussy. I don't know.
I call mine Bruce, the old war horse.
But also, my mind is tainted from all these years of Greece.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
Don't fucking listen to me.
What we think can't be trusted anymore.
It really can't.
It really can't. You can't.
Normal for us is pretty skewed.
Yeah. Like, no,
I think about how like our innocence is gone. Yours much more than mine, but like nothing really phases me.
No.
Really. I mean, if it's like next level shit, it will. But like most stuff, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, all right.
I saw a picture the other day of an old woman. She fell or something, and there was a fork clean through her hand, just clean through.
And you're like, ooh, yeah, there you go.
And I was like, oh, whoa, yikes.
Yeah.
And when Yashin saw it, she was like, what? Oh, what? And I was like, hey, settle down. It's just a fork through a lady's hand. Like, I was like, what are you, hey, quit overreacting.
Just a fork through a hand.
But honestly, she had the way more reasonable reaction.
Yeah. It was funny because we have that one of our many group chats, and we always have to throw out a warning because one dude in there was like made it clear right off the bat when he got in that chat. I started sending stuff, and he's like, hey man, I do not want to see that. And it was like, oh shit, okay. And it's stuff that already, because like I realized like what I can't send to you. So I'm like, Sam doesn't even want to send that or see that. That's just for me, I guess. So then like nobody wants to see it.
Well, the thing about the stuff I don't want to see is just like people dying or getting gratuitous. Like if I will look at the aftermath usually. That doesn't bother me. But watching them actually get hurt, I'm not so into.
Which I'm not that into it anymore. I went on a kick there but it's just because it was like shocking to me too. So I think part of like being like, holy shit, part of the like it was just on Instagram. I found like an Instagram account that just had people straight up dying on it. I'm like, you can do this?
I remember there were some highlights that you showed me.
Yeah, there was some crazy stuff. Like you can't show nipples, but you can show a man literally getting his head blown up. And I was like, holy fuck, like how is this a thing?
Right.
So I was like, when I would see it, I was like, look at this. This was just on Instagram. That guy just blows up. And then you were like, no, man, don't send me that. And it's like, yes, but yeah.
I think also a preface is a bit like,
yeah.
I am sometimes in that headspace where that's about right. If we're talking and you tell me about it, I'll watch it. Mm-hmm. But if you just, hey, because I think the problem with Messenger in general is, hey, I don't know where you are or what you're looking at right now. Like you might be teaching kindergartners, but here's a man dying.
That's very true.
You know what I mean, like my pocket vibrates, and now whatever you want to send me, I'm going to look at.
That's true. You know what? I never thought to warn people.
Yeah, you would just link it, and I would click it.
I'd just be like, well, and then afterwards, I'd be like, holy shit, man, he blew right up, didn't he? And you'd be like, put that first. Like, let me know.
But what's the nussy?
The nussy, an orifice, a new orifice.
It's 2021, man. How are we figuring out new ways to fuck?
I'm half calling bullshit. I'm half. That's already immediately right off the bat has a strong contender for the card because
I gotta know. I mean, maybe it's great. I mean, I want to know.
Yeah, of course. I mean, of course that's going to be the card. We got to know if there's a new sex hole. How are we not going to click on it?
Us as men, I mean, that's top of the list of things we got to learn about. Sex holes, all right.
Sex holes. New year, new grease, aka sex hole. New year, new sex hole.
The Rolling Stone. Sexual. I mean, I don't know. What else is there to say about it? We don't know what it is.
Yeah, we don't know what it is.
We don't even know what gender it's on.
No,
it could be on a man. Could be on a woman.
Oh, that's true.
We have no idea.
And it could be like a new like a transgender thing. It could be a whole.
Maybe it's new pussy. Maybe it's new. It's not even it's new. Like new. Brings to light new sexual orifice during pandemic.
So just during the pandemic,
Rolling Stone. There's so much of this just confounding.
Yeah, it could be anything. I mean, you could sit there all day wondering up new sex shit. Speaking of which,
I don't think I could.
I'm going to say it here, so we have to do it.
What?
All this.
Wait. What do you mean? Speaking of which, we have to do what? What do we have to do?
Hold on.
Don't do anything to me.
There's something I've been wanting to read.
Oh, okay.
And we'll read it at the end of this. But no, we don't have to do it now. But I'm saying this is great because all this leads directly into. Because this actually could fall into a sex guru drawer.
Okay.
So when we finish up the sex guru drawer, we can do it then because I think this adds to it.
Okay. I mean, okay, yeah. Okay. So I'll finish up and then we'll do whatever that is.
Okay.
Okay, so male nurse in Indonesia. I'm sure, actually, this has been fan submitted, so I'm sure you guys probably are familiar with this. Male nurse in Indonesia has been suspended after admitting that he stripped off his personal protective equipment to have sex in a toilet with a man infected with COVID-19. Now, first of all, one hell of a headline. It's a whole book.
Yeah, it's a whole headline.
But how charming was this sick dude?
that you're fucking in the bathroom of the hospital? That's where he happened?
Fucking in the bathroom of the hospital, and you are infected with COVID is why the guy's there. The guy who is fucking. So a male nurse fucked a COVID-19 positive patient.
Damn.
Right? Which makes me think, the charm of the sick guy.
Had to be through the roof that you're just throwing it all away.
And oh, dude, throwing it all away. You know he has COVID-19. You know that it's super easy to get. But goddamn, take off these. I gotta strip it all off.
I gotta take it all off. I gotta take it. I guess
I gotta get up in them guts.
If you're just going to, I guess, if you're just, if the headspace where you're just like, all right, hey, I'm going to fuck this person I just met who I know has a disease in the bathroom of my workplace right now.
That's why
the mask is the last thing you're gonna be like, you know what? We should probably leave this on.
He wasn't even. Yeah. Come on.
You're going literal balls to the wall.
God. You know, we've talked about it before, like people who really think that like adultery is like a sin, they're going to go to hell. The fucking sex must be fucking spicy. This guy, oh shit. Oh yeah, he's at work, you know, he's getting fucking COVID-19. They're giving it to me, fuck. Oh.
Yeah. You think that came up in like the fucking nasty ass talk? They're like fucking each other and it's like, give me that COVID. Give me that fucking COVID.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the conversation? Because he admitted to it. So they figured it out. They knew there was some evidence of it. And they're like, hey, did you?
Yeah, that's true. I'm even sitting here thinking about it like it's just a thing that happened. And
he got caught doing it.
That didn't really, they got busted. This is international headlines.
Yes.
Woof.
I can't help but think, like, let me see a picture of that dude. That guy was and also, right? He's sick. When he's not sick, he must be like disrupting nations and shit with his charm.
True, he is sick. He came in on his worst day and was still able
and was just like, all right, take off.
Still able to talk a logical fucking healthcare person out of their head and fuck them in the bathroom,
out of their pants.
What is happening?
I know that is honestly bonkers.
That is bananas. All right.
God, and I mean, like, what a way to lose your job, and it's international news, and everyone's like,
what a way to lose your job. Yeah, what a way to potentially lose your life.
Yeah.
I mean, man. Hey, whatever. What? I think I had something else to say, and my brain just fucked off on me.
What a button to that. Hey, you know, it's like I always say, whatever.
Whatever.
Thanks, Nate. All right, there's one more in sex gear that we can do whatever you got going on. Bodybuilder may spend holidays alone after sex doll wife is broken.
That is not news.
Not news.
That's as ambiguous. It's as ambiguous as you can get.
Right.
Bodybuilder, big muscle man, breaks sex doll, sad at Christmas. Like what?
Yeah. Also, probably already alone.
Yeah. If you've got a sex doll that you accidentally broke. Oh, that one's good too. I like that. Yeah.
I like that you're reacting to it that way. Hey, wow, Sam, another good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Good job.
Imagine, like, that's a funny, like a side effect of getting strong. They never tell you, man, you're going to get bigger clothes, you know, but also you, like, sex dolls don't fit anymore.
You start breaking sex dolls.
You can break them.
You start breaking people in half.
You start fucking the dolls. They can't.
I kept hurting the women, so I started buying dolls, and then I started breaking the dolls. I'm so alone. They don't tell you what a sacrifice it is.
And he went to the news?
To be 4 people in one pair of pants.
How did this get to the news? Oh, we think about this a lot when we read these articles of so this is so not, I mean, it's titillating. You know, there's like sexy stuff and bodybuilders and sex dolls. Ooh. So what's the story?
How's that get to the news?
He fucked the doll, he broke it. Like its head came off or something. And then he was like, CNN, you're never going to believe it. I'm strong. And how did this happen?
It's got to be somebody who works for the news knows a bodybuilder, and they told him this story in passing. It was like, "Hey man, can we use that? It's been a slow week." And he's like, "Yeah."
Hey man, I told you that in confidence. What the hell? I didn't say your name. I just said a bodybuilder. Like, fuck, everyone knows I know you, man.
Everybody that I've told will know it's me.
And those are both two that, like, not really much to talk about. I mean, the male nurse one is a lot to talk about, but I mean, I would never play the card on that. It's the whole story is there in the headline.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to know how he broke it.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, did he did he blow it out?
What?
Yeah. Or did he? I imagine he just squeezed it too hard. He was just looking for a nice New Year's hug, and he just squeezed it to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those are good. Those are great. Those are good. Good headlines.
New Year, new grease, baby.
New Year, new grease.
What you got? Break it off. Break off what you
Oh
got.
yeah. Well, I was thinking about this a while back. I ran into it, but since it's New Year's, new grease, this is fitting.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a list of a thing I found. Pretty
Okay.
in the Royal We wheelhouse, and I've not read it all.
I always love when you bring stuff to me. It's a rare event, but it's usually pretty unexpected. I have no idea what it could be.
Yeah, because usually it's you grabbing stuff and throwing it at me. But every now and then I find something I'm like, this is good. Because like I said, I glance. Sometimes I'll send you stuff if I'm like, hey, I just glanced at that, but put that in something. But this like I peruse of it, but I've not read through all these. Like I kind of glanced at it, realized this could be funny.
Is this the list of porn titles?
It's not, but we'll save that for next week. We'll get.
You said a ridiculously exhaustive list of porn parody movie titles.
Yeah.
It was exhausting.
Well, we should actually read that at some point. I think that would be really funny.
I agree.
Okay, but no, this is, since it's New Year's, new grease, we'll end last year with the polls are finally in, Sam. It's what did we get stuck on our rectums last year?
Oh, surprising butt stuff. Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, and these are real, and have all been taken from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission's database of emergency room visits. Big mouthful.
Oh, okay, wow.
And they're literally, if you go on that website, which I can post up, there are thousands, and of course, hundreds of thousands.
Is this ranked about like most common objects or most wild?
No, this is just, I don't know how this list was curated, and I'm not gonna read it all because it's extensive. I'm just gonna skim through and hit some highlights. Like I said, and I've not read it all either. So just whatever pops out is what we'll get into.
Whatever pops out. The problem was it wouldn't, man.
Yeah, it wouldn't. They're stuck. But actually, it's not just it. I think it ends in rectum because it's they're sorted by orifice, and we're working north to south.
What?
So we start. If they're sorted by orifice, and we're starting up top and we're heading south.
Okay.
So I think that's what. So I'm guessing we're going to end on anus. So we'll start with we got
Logical.
Ear. So what did people get stuck on the ear? We've got, let me see here, several hair bands, which anything with several.
Hair band? How you get the band stuck in there?
And several. Like one wasn't enough. You put several, which is
Like I was gonna say bobby pin, Q-tip. That stuff makes sense.
yeah. There's some of that. I'm seeing that bobby pin, lollipop. Fucking hell,
Lollipop.
lollipop. Yeah,
These are already surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing goes in my ear. Not my ear.
Maya, nothing.
Nothing goes in there.
This one says patient sibling put a piece of paper in patient's right ear, trying to show him a magic trick. Yeah. Ta-da! We got to go to the hospital.
That's great.
Toy dinosaur found a bead and placed it in his ear so he wouldn't lose it.
How?
Did you not have? Was he in a leotard?
Yeah.
Did you not have any? If you ever pick something up and be like, "Fuck, don't want to lose that," put it in my ear.
Pop, but also, what? Oh my God.
Yeah. Here's one. Okay, tooth comb, pin cap, marker, nail. We're always good. Okay.
These are all ear?
These are just the ear. Tooth.
Wow. Okay.
Where'd you get the tooth? Where'd the tooth come from? That's the.
I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it.
I don't want to. Hey, you lost your first tooth. Whew. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Is like some of these things clearly you don't know if they're children or adults. It's just.
I heard a story, man, of a guy who went to an ER and him and his partner were pouring cement into each other's asses.
Wow,
He thought it felt good.
Oh,
it doesn't sound real, but it hardened and it caused all these fucking problems, as you can imagine.
Well, yeah.
I can't be real though, because cement's caustic, so I bet you they would just kill you.
Yeah, because it felt good. There's a lot of other stuff, as we'll find, probably felt good.
Ear.
What
else can we go? Let's move. Let's get out of here.
We're moving past here. Blue slime went in the ear. Okay, yeah.
Oh, blue specifically. Oh, blue slime. You wouldn't think.
Blue slime. Okay, here we go. If we hit nose, let me see. We got confetti, balloon, candy wrapper, flower, ear plug.
In the nose?
Yeah, ear plug in the nose. The first.
So, we're in a new orifice. Okay. But
New year, new orifice. We got, but I mean, earplug. The very first word in it tells you where it goes.
not a nose plug.
Toy, yeah. Lizard, toy lizard tail, googly eye. 2 batteries. My brother, whenever we were kids, me and my brother both stuck peanut M&Ms up our nose once.
I remember you telling me a story, yeah.
Yeah, and I managed to get mine out, and my brother couldn't get his out of his nose. So then we had to go to the the fucking doctor. My mom is just, embarrassed. We're sitting in the waiting room, and a lady comes in and sees my brother with this giant nose because he's got 2 peanut M&Ms rammed up it.
Couldn't you just like broken it, or wouldn't it have melted? Or I guess it won't melt, not in your mouth.
No, melts in your mouth, not in your nose, Sam. She's like, oh, did he get stung by a bee? And my mom's like, no, he put M&Ms up his nose. But no, exactly what you said. When they went back there, the doctor's just like, well, easiest way to do this is just crunch one up. And they're like, yeah, terrible. So anyway, let's move on to throat.
All right.
Anywho.
Oh, getting stuck in your throat. Ooh.
Yeah, it's.
All right.
I mean, it's stuff. It's all like unnerving, but it's nothing crazy. But it's all stuff.
There's gonna be a big jump after this. What orifice between throat and then what's the next orifice?
I don't know. I'm not scrolled down. It may be belly. Does the belly button count as an orifice? You think that was the new orifice?
Buddy, navel pussy.
A big. I bet that's it. Like a big belly button.
Oh, new pandemic orifice.
That's got to be something. Like if you're a big old
it's got to be something.
But I mean, I never thought of that. That's never crossed my mind.
I got a nickel stuck in my belly button once.
Okay, how'd you get it out? A troll, a leprechaun?
No, I mean it took some doing. I had to push it so one side popped out.
That's so crazy. There's just places on your body you can get random shit stuck.
Someone threw it down my shirt, and when I went to catch it, I just perfectly rammed it into my belly button.
That's great.
And I was like, what the fuck? And it just perfectly sealed my belly button.
Create like a vacuum. But that's the thing.
Yeah, I couldn't. It really was hard to get out.
So if there's a big old person, like a big fat person, and you got a big deep belly button, I bet you could fuck that.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean,
if one was so inclined.
It's hard to clean.
I mean, who's fucking belly buttons? Somebody's fucking belly buttons. It's guaranteed, I think.
People.
Horny,
terrible, horny people.
Okay, then we got throat. This is
okay.
This is quick. We got disposable straw, metal straw, just all this stuff. Like I don't know how.
Oh my god,
my thing
metal
is
straw.
Plastic jail wristband. That's really specific.
So I think someone probably forced that down there.
That's what I'm saying. Piece of sock. Not even a whole sock, just a piece
of sock is funny.
Piece of sock.
Piece of sock.
A glow stick, tip of knife. What's that mean?
How is something getting stuck in your throat? Like it's not going up and down, but you can still breathe?
I guess. Yeah, because some of this stuff is crazy that it's stuck, but you can still breathe, but it's lodged in there. Small American flag.
Wow, how specific.
It was only small. Okay, yep, no, it takes the leap. We skip belly button, go straight to penis.
Throat, penis.
Throat, penis.
They always say, man, hey, man's heart, something. I don't know. Go ahead.
The way to a man's throat's to his penis. Huh? Okay, these start off pretty stuff you would expect maybe to get stuck in your penis.
What?
Cock plug.
Yeah, I don't like those. I don't like the word plug. I don't like
that. I don't like anything going into my dick. Tongue ring.
Plug. Tongue ring.
Yeah.
That's honestly the most expected thing on this goddamn list so far. Of everything you've said.
Yeah, tongue ring on the
because that wasn't someone fucking around. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, if that just happened, they're like, oh shit. And they're like, whoa, what?
Everything else is like, what were you doing putting beads in your head? You don't forget.
Exactly.
Like this was someone fucking, getting a little frisky, had tongue
popped
ring.
off.
That one makes sense.
The next one doesn't. Balloon.
Oh no!
Yep. Then you've got pen, pencil, paintbrush, wire hanger, lanyard.
Wire hanger.
Lanyard. People, I'm not.
You can't. Why? I was gonna make a. Well, okay. Keep.
Oh no. Oh, here we go. Has had a marble in his penis for the past 4 years, and decided he needs to have it removed. I mean, I'm a procrastinator.
Guys, watching us live on twitch.tv/RoyWeCast is worth it for the faces I'm making. Because
how do you get a marble in your penis?
I cannot imagine.
No.
I cannot imagine. Have you ever had a catheter? You haven't?
I think I know. I think I have, but I was not knocked out for it or something. Like I don't really remember it being in there, going in or out.
One of the most unpleasant. And also, they don't speak English to me here. So
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really know. Wait, tell the story.
Yeah.
Really know I was about to get a catheter. When they were pulling it out, they have a machine that pulls it out like really evenly, so you don't tear it. But I didn't understand what was happening. So they were just staring at me, watching me. I was like, "You're gonna get this thing out of me?" Because it's so slow, you can't feel it.
Oh.
And I was like, what? Why are we all looking at me? What's happened? Take the thing out of me. But there was a machine pulling it out. I couldn't tell.
But getting a marble. So first of all, you had the thought, I'll just pop this marble in my dick, which, geez.
I don't imagine it was a glass, like I'm thinking like a normal ass marble. It's got to be a pretty small marble.
But marble is, I mean, we all know what a marble is and the size of a marble.
How you getting it in there? How you getting it up in the air? Were you just forcing it in?
Exactly, and I don't get how it doesn't come out. Like if you get something stuck in your butt, like, I mean, but that makes sense. Like if something goes past the outer perimeter of your anus,
so yeah,
it goes in, and
it's not a black hole. They had a perimeter. This is the event, the event horizon. Yes,
event horizon of the anus, the asshole event horizon. It pops in, but once you get in there, there's knock around room. So I guess if you get in there, like something could get turned weird or expand or like whatever, and it can't come back out again. But your penis, that's just a tube. When you go in, there's nowhere for it,
and a thin one, a
very thin one. And when it goes in there, I don't know how that doesn't pop back out. I don't understand how you have to be pissing around it like for 4 years.
Oh,
4 years.
That's interesting. You know what this makes me think of? Do you know how they used to break bladder stones? They used to, because they had no other way to do it. They would just put a nail. They would thread a nail up your dick, and with a hammer, they'd shatter it into small enough pieces, and then pull the nail back out.
What? That sounds insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I tore my eyeball open and just was like, well, we'll see what happens. But this is the thing, is you made the decision to put things in your body.
It wasn't an accident. You put it.
Look around for a minute and think for a second before you put. Dude, it gets okay. You want to move on to
what a crazy thing to say. Wire hanger makes more sense than marble. Can we agree to that?
Yeah, agreed. If you're into that, what's it called? Sounding.
Sounding, which that
makes my penis has already ran away. Like it doesn't want any. Dude, if I had a little.
I'm not letting him listen to this episode, by the way.
Dude, if I had one of those, remember when there was a thing a while back, several years ago, where all these like body washes.
No idea what.
All these body washes were putting these beads in the like soap beads in the body wash to like exfoliate. Well, if I was washing with those, the reason I think they got rid of most of them, I don't think they exist anymore, is because they turned like some of them were like just hard like soap particles that dissolved, but then other companies were putting literal just little plastic balls.
Yeah, wasn't that just going into the drains and shit?
Just going into the drains and ends up in the ocean. It's just tiny little plastic balls that'll be there for 10,000 years. And anyway, I was like taking a shower with them. I'm like, oh yeah, these feel good, whatever. I'm exfoliating. And I get down to the south cap and I give myself a fresh squirt and slap it on. And one of those little beads went right into the end of my dick somehow.
But you know what?
And
honest mistake. You weren't just looking around shoving marbles up there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that was terribly uncomfortable. Like I literally was like, fuck. And I'm not one of those people.
Painful?
Yes. Yeah. It was like burning. And I guess it was the soap and the bead was, and I was like, oh shit. Like
my face has been in constant cringe since you started sharing this list, by the way.
you formed new wrinkles. But anyway, I'm saying that went in there. If I couldn't imagine something 1,000, how many bath beads could fit inside a marble? It's like how many Earths fit inside fucking Jupiter.
And I imagine you weren't like ready. You weren't like itching to start shoving more stuff in there.
No. And well, I mean, I knew that from early on, from being a kid.
What else?
Like being a little kid was like, let's fuck around with the end. You're like, nope, nothing goes past that point. That hurt. Okay, well, next we got vagina. And there's a lot of typical stuff.
My dumb brain was like, there was a vagina stuck in a penis.
How'd they pull that off? That's the new sex hole. Once you've got, battery, pill bottle, small vibrator, large vibrator.
How's a battery getting stuck?
That's another thing that I'm thinking too, is all of my experience with vaginas is they're a straight shoot for the most part. I don't know how.
Listen, sometimes there's a lot of knocking around room, as you put it before.
Got knocking around room in there. Yeah, maybe. I don't think. Paper clips, plural. Paper clips.
Battery has a logic to it. Cylindrical.
Shampoo bottle. Yeah.
Bottle. Wow.
Shampoo bottle. Get on it, girl.
She's a big lady.
Patient.
Big girl.
Listen to this. Patient was intoxicated 4 months ago and apparently placed a crumbled ball of tinfoil inside vagina. Another 4 months. Was she knocking around with the guy who had... No, that was 4 months. This guy had the marble for 4 years.
There's a story about each of these?
No. Some of them are just...
We could live on this website for the rest of this year, I think.
We could just make a separate podcast where we... Dude, this is select. We only got one more to go. The next one's rectum, and we're out of here. I've done this now. This one's great. Okay, 3 bags of meth. You get that one.
In the vagina,
Yeah. Bullet. Just put live dangerously. Part of Slinky. Slinkies don't have parts.
Oh, it's part of Slinky. What's going on?
Part.
What kind of parties are these people having?
Part of Slinky. Part of Slinky.
Right.
And this is my favorite that I've seen so far. Baby shoe.
Baby shoe. Oh no.
Baby shoe.
How horny are these people?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, everybody's been horned up as fuck at some point in their life.
Baby shoe horny.
Baby shoe horny. And imagine if like
marble horny.
Because there's so many on that story of this coming to fruition. There's so many funny things. One of them could have been the girl's grandma being like, honey, where's your shoe? I don't know. And then the mom being like, oh,
we gotta go to the diet. I don't feel so good. Sugar, water.
Yeah. Sure.
Because it's what an alien does.
Yeah. If you imagine going into the hospital and you have to tell them what's happening. If you have to tell them why you're there. And they're like, listen, I got something stuck up down there. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, what, they're probably thinking, that's probably what. Once again, don't know how you get anything stuck in there.
Carrot or something.
Carrot, yeah, something wild. But then it's like, baby shoe.
Not even, I mean, that wouldn't be the top 100 guesses.
No, not even top 100. I mean, thousands. I don't know where I would even think baby
I would think like food stuff, bottles.
Right. If you gave me
remote control.
A week to think it up, and I was spending it all 8 hours a day, just what could be up there? Baby shoe.
What could be up? Well, it's what could be up there. We should spend 8 hours a day just thinking what could be up there. Just release that list, published.
Yeah.
The Royal We.
But what's crazy to me is like I said, you've made the decision to put something in there. Whatever hole it is, you've made the decision. Spend another 5 seconds to be like, maybe it shouldn't be the shoe. Are you that?
I don't know, man. Are these people really young? Because I told you, I tried to fuck a CD one time.
Yeah. But if a baby is trying to put its own shoe inside itself, good God.
No, I don't know. That's not what I was saying.
We may have to redact that. That was a terrible even thought.
That was not what I was saying at all. Okay, what's in the rectum? Now, those are some highlights from the vagina.
We got to get it out. Yeah. Well, rectum, first one is bouncy ball. Which, sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's a logic to that.
Multiple marbles. Once again, marbles seem to be a popular...
Oh, maybe marbles and Bugdar.
Marbles and Bugdar.
Old deep cut.
That was our deep cut. That was our superhero names. Put a pencil up rectum and now not able to sit.
Yeah.
Patient reports inserting a deodorant spray can inside his rectum last night because he was constipated.
Well, how was that going to fix?
This other said put a shampoo bottle in his rectum that he put there because he was constipated. I read a story a while back, sometime over this past our hiatus vacuum,
yep.
where it was a thing and I never saved it. These doctors had to make a statement being like, listen, don't put stuff, and this was to elderly people. This wasn't to like kids or like invalids or whatever. If it was like, they're like, don't put stuff up your butt to make you not constipated. That doesn't work and it's not safe. Like old folks, I guess, have a problem with that. And all these people are having to come to for that stuff because they're ramming stuff up their butt.
So they can't shit. They figure, like, let me just...
Like plunging it. They're like,
what's the thought process? Oh, plunge it?
We'll stick something up there and break it up. Like loosen it up is basically what they were trying to do. So like I'll put something up my butt and bust up the poop and I'll be able to poop it out.
Wow, yeah.
All right. Small foam football. I can see how you wouldn't get that back out of your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Pipe. Vibrator stuck in rectum. Vibrator is still on.
No. God, that party's from pleasure to panic. Talk about
pleasure to panic.
Panic at the disco.
Yeah. Pleasure to Panic is actually a really good like album name. Stick. Just a dirty old stick.
Why is that the funniest one so far?
Stick. Just stick. Just some stick you found. Oh my, I mean, where are you? I mean, you're in the woods. You're somewhere where if you think, I've got to have something in my ass right now. I've had it. I'm so fucking horned up. I can't take it anymore. And put a stick in your butt. What is wrong with people? This is nuts. Take a second, people. You're better than this. New year, new you. You're better than just putting a stick up your butt. If you're going to put...
See, why aren't?
Good God.
That person doesn't go on to become
president,
CEO of Pringles or whatever.
Yeah.
That's where I went.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, this is just funny to me. 5-inch dildo, 6-inch dildo, 7-inch dildo, 10-inch dildo.
There must be, like, statistically, there must be an upper limit. You know what I mean? Like, eventually it's so big it won't get stuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, but there's a limit to how far into your body you can put something.
Yeah.
10 inches in, that's a good ways, man. I like that apple. Someone put an apple a day didn't keep the doctor away in this. That apple landed you at the doctor's. Toy shark, plastic turtle, baseball. Fuck me.
How? I don't understand how people put in spheres.
I don't get how you're getting this stuff in. Yeah, I mean, I've taken, not to be crude, why make that preface at this point?
After 40 minutes in.
40 minutes into talking about assholes. Anyway, 3 weeks ago, he was drunk and put a light bulb up his rectum. Was squatting in the shower when he got
not to be crude, but then you just...
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say, I was trying to wrap this up. I've taken some shits before that I thought I might as well stuck a baseball up my ass.
What is...
Like, have you ever had this one before? It's like something's up, like you've eaten like a pound of cheese, and then you're sitting there, and it's like, this isn't great, and you literally feel like you're waiting for your body to like evolve enough to let this shit out of you. Like it doesn't just come out. Like it takes like 10 minutes, and it's like, oh God, and then finally it's like,
we've all been there, man.
Yeah, and it's like kapow. Then you're like, fuck.
Dude, I've been eating pretty clean, and every now and then I'll eat something. Like when I was hanging out with you boys, I'll eat like way too much rotisserie chicken or something. My body's like, oh, that's okay. We kind of remember how we used to deal with this, and just like everything gets all fucked up.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's get out of here. We got the last one I thought was really funny. Well, there's one is 6 magic markers. That's just such a, like, were you trying to break a record? Six magic markers. One in the butt.
Magic markers.
Magic, yeah. And then my favorite one that went in the butt, I think, was just Christmas lights. Merry Christmas. Christmas lights, plural.
Why would you put anything? I mean, a dildo, like a vibrator, is made to be put up there, so you wouldn't think it's going to shock it. But Christmas lights,
sex toy. Buy a sex toy. Buy something that's mint, that's safe. I mean, well, people were still getting dildos stuck in their ass, but I guess know your limits.
I know.
Still. But here's the thing, we were talking about doctors earlier. At some point, can you imagine if I was a doctor, I'd be pissed off at these people. Like, you've spent nearly a decade of your life trying to learn how to save people's lives, and you've got to spend a fucking hour taking magic markers or a fucking Weeble Wobble toy out of somebody's asshole.
Right.
You know, you're like, listen, people, you should get at the end of the line. Like, oh, I got a Weeble Wobble in my ass. It's like, well, I got a guy in here who's got a faulty heart valve. I got to go.
I think you probably do go to the end of the line. Like, you got to sit in it. Listen, okay, all right. You put a stick up there, you can sit. Hold on.
I got a stick in your butt.
We're going to play the card of the Nussy, right?
Oh, it's got to be the Nussy. I'm sorry. It took up way more time than I thought it would.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Let's play the card and get on out of here.
Right.
Rolling Stone brings to light new sexual orifice during the pandemic, the Nussy. The picture is a woman with like a coronavirus COVID-19 swab test going up her nose, so it's got to be the nose. Rolling Stone ruined many posts Tuesday on Monday when it posted an article about people who get off on nasal swabs. They get off on nasal swabs? What? Have you had that done?
No, I've not had anything go through the... Well...
I had that done, man. They stick it... They basically touch your brain. It goes in, and you're like, that's not so... And they go... Glah! Again, way further back than you'd ever expect them to put something up your nose. You're like...
Oh, God. Yeah, no, I haven't had that done. That sounds absolutely terrible.
It's awful, and people were getting off on it.
How interesting.
If this sounds too stupid to be true, it is. Oh, well.
Oh.
Damn it.
We got punked. That's hilarious. We read the thing, and then it's just like, haha, that wasn't real.
Yeah, Rolling Stone is just bullshit. Luckily, the fears of Nosy were exaggerated. Nobody calls their nostrils that. And to our knowledge, no one's getting off from COVID swabs. Okay.
Fuck. Who wrote that?
I mean, that's bullshit, man. It's just headlines now. It's like, oh, news. But then the articles, but it isn't.
Yeah.
No.
Not only is it wasting everybody's fucking time, it's doubly wasting our time. Because our fucking whole shit is about that.
Yeah, but no one.
Our fucking whole thing is reading the headline and then going on about it. You're already ripping everybody else off. You're doubly wasting our time and everybody else's time.
If the headline was Rolling Stone makes up something that isn't true, blah, 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 right? That's the headline. But if they're like, oh, they do this, and then the article is, but it isn't. That's not that's just.
No.
You did.
Fuck them.
You just used the clickbait they made to make your own clickbait.
Yeah. Double clickbait. Boo.
Double clickbait. New year. Double the clickbait. That's going to do it for us this year. One and done. two episodes this year. We're done.
See you next year.
I want to thank Kishi Bashi for letting us use the song intro/Pathos. Pathos of Diablo 151. Hey, I want to thank those of you who sent us some headlines.
Yeah,
if you guys want to send us more headlines, and you should. You guys can do that at Royal WeCast on Twitter, royalwecast@gmail.com, or even join us live. What's it live? Twitch.tv/Royal WeCast. We got one viewer in the chat right now. I believe it's Grandpa Brother, friend of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Hi, Sheila.
I mean, we do record at an odd time.
Yeah, it's it's like 8 in the morning.
It's a weird time. But this is a good channel to follow, because if we start doing any other stuff, or we ever just like hanging out and want to turn something on, it probably would be this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You ever thinking about putting stuff up your butt? Might as well listen to us while you're doing it.
I've never once had that proclivity.
What is it?
I mean, that doesn't feel. I've never had that interest of any butt stuff.
No, this is a thing for a whole different time. I've had it, but it was unexpected, and it was thought provoking.
Thought provoking, like unexpected. There was no warning.
Nope. And and it wasn't so much that something went in my butt. It was the fact that I was so unprepared for it to happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, I figured that I was like, you go through life with a certain confidence of being like, nothing's ever just getting up in there. And then all of a sudden, whoop.
But your defenses were down.
They were down. They were completely down.
Shields were not up.
Shields were down. And it went whoop. And I was like, whoa, what? Okay. I thought I would have been more guarded about it. I thought it would have been like a conscious process. Sure. Yeah.
I mean, have you ever had a prostate exam? I had a prostate exam a couple times, man. That is not a fun time.
Yeah, I've had a couple then.
I have to tell you about this. I got a prostate exam, and then he basically milked me onto like a fucking microscope slide, so they could do a test to see if
yeah.
to Microsoft, to a PowerPoint. No,
a Windows 10 install disk.
I mean, essentially, they put it on a microscope, like a piece of glass,
right.
You know?
Yeah.
But then they gave it to me, and they said, go walk this to the chemistry lab, or the lab.
Yep.
And I had to walk across the hospital in a foreign country and with essentially my jizz on a piece of glass and just go give it to a stranger.
The biggest hospital you've ever seen, too.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was the same one I've been to here. It's the biggest.
And I had
hospital.
Just been penetrated for the first time in my life. I didn't know up and down. I'm in a foreign country. I can't speak Chinese. I got my jizz on a glass. I'm just like, what's happening? Am I dying?
I've never felt more alone.
Well,
yeah.
A little tangent right there at the end. Squeeze another one in.
What a weird way to end this one. If you've had stuff up your butt, and you should, send it into
and you should. Good night, Dad.
Yeah, goodbye, Dad.
Goodbye, Father. I don't think he still listens.
Oh, I hope he hears this one. I hope this is one. I'll give him another chance. I'll give him one more chance.
This is not the craziest one we've ever done.
No, not at all.
Yeah, well,
back catalog.
On that note, it is a long one. It's a long one. We haven't done it almost an hour long. We haven't done it in a long time.
Yeah. Sorry for keeping you. Get back to your family. You can leave the car now. You're listening to it.
It's being held hostage by us.
Just sitting in the driveway.
Oh, they said they're going to get to rectum. I want to know what's in the rectum.
Turns out.
All right, good night.
It's a remote control.
Turns out it's a baseball. Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye. I've taken some shits before that I thought I might as well stuck a baseball up my ass.